Hey guys, Mustang here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're going to be taking a look at INT Super Strike 16 in Extreme Super Battle Road Androids Edition. This is the mode that I've wanted to try this guy out in. I did the original showcase where obviously we basically called him the best Android 16 in the game. Some people pointed out in the comment section that obviously isn't exactly a high bar, which is true, but yeah, he probably is the best, and I've been wanting to try him out in this mode for two reasons. So, first of all, obviously he raises defense on Super, but he also lowers attack, which is a really useful ability for Super Battle Road. So that's going to come in pretty handy during the run. And then, of course, there is the fact that, as we saw in the showcase we did where we were just in a single enemy event, he has a high chance to guard when there's 2 or less enemies. But against 3 enemies, he has a guaranteed guard. And of course, he gets 60% damage reduction when his guard is activated. So, running him on the Android team, the Cell 200% lead team, obviously. And in this particular Super Battle Road stage, obviously, we fight against more than 3 or more enemies. So, he's going to have guaranteed guard. I'm not going to activate an item here, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll try and take out the tech one straight away here so he can't do big damage to this cell in slot 3. A lot of support on this rotation. So we have 169k defense here. We're only getting Android Assault active with Jiro and 19. The biggest issue with this guy is his links, but this is at least key 2 and 20% defense. So pretty good link, 169k. So when he super attacks, we should be at around 200k defense. And of course, we get guaranteed guard. So we have 60% damage reduction. So let's see exactly what we're going to be doing here. So double digits from the normal attacks. That's what I would expect, to be honest. Especially after supering now as well, that he raises his defense. I do want to see him take a super attack. Ooh, especially now, double super. So double defense raise means he'll be getting up closer to 250k defense. Can we get a super attack from somebody? Maybe the physical one? Okay, normal attacks from the physical one, but still double-digit damage because we guard, so no type advantage anyway, and then 60% damage reduction. So really, really good. Jiro and 19 actually do take out the tech guy here, get the additional super as well. So remember, Jiro and 19 heal on super. I knew this was going to happen. So we heal up to full health even though we were on full health anyway, and then we get supered. Now, they knew what they were doing with the Android's Extreme Super Battle Road enemies, because none of them have Ki Blast supers until you get to the last fight, where I think there's like 1 of the enemies does. So, well, it might be 2. I know Baby does. So, obviously, instances like that can occur, where we're getting hit by a super attack that we cannot negate or absorb, which is unfortunate. But we can get the AoE here for the LR cell. So I think we will be looking pretty good. Actually, let's grab the AGL orbs, top up our HP at the bottom here. Obviously, can we dodge this? No dodge. 345k. See, that's the one issue with Cell. People talk about Cell as a candidate for the best TUR, which I don't necessarily disagree with. But one of the things that people forget about him is that he's not a slot 1 unit. Now, in Super Battle Road, where you have multiple enemies, so he's getting all of those bonuses from his passive, people act like he's just going to be an out-and-out Super Battle Road destroyer, like 10 times out of 10. But as you can see there, like, if he doesn't get a dodge off, like in slot 1, he's not tanking super attacks. Now, we did live, so, you know, that's better. That's, you know, you can say, well, at least we didn't die, which is true. But yeah, 300-odd K damage from a super attack in slot 1. Cell's team's biggest issue probably at the moment is we still don't have a lot of really, really good slot 1 tanks under his leader skill. There are a few, and some that are, you know, some better than others, but oh, this is a good one actually, because we're on low HP, we can actually see that we're getting super attacked in slot 1 here. So this will be interesting to see what happens, because if the 50% chance to guard doesn't go off here, then we will take quite a lot of damage. So do we risk it and use an item? Oh, sorry, risk it or use an item? Because, well, actually, no, let's heal. Let's not use an item at all. So let's just heal. I say not use an item. I just use an item. Let's not use a damage reduction item. We'll just top up our HP, and then we'll see what happens. Because if 16 does get off his guard, potentially we didn't need to heal. But let's see what happens here and how much he would take. Guard? Yeah, see, no guard, 330k damage. Which is the same as Cell. Now, this is a free-to-play unit. Wait, did he get supered by the tech one? I think he might have. So then it was type disadvantage. So I guess technically that does make Cell a little bit better in that sense. But yeah, that's the biggest problem with chance to guard enemies, or units even. It's just not knowing. Like, if we knew that his guard wasn't going to activate, if there was some way that the game actually tells you, and we're like, okay, he's not going to guard this turn, then we just go ahead and put the physical 16 and 18 in slot 1, which actually would have been the smarter choice in that instance, apparently. So, we can get the AoE here. I think we just heal. Let's go ahead and use a Princess Snake, so we just use the one item for the one turn, because then that doesn't give... that's not giving 16 any extra buffs on the next turn. I just want to see 16's performance throughout the run, really. Like, we got very lucky when we did the solo, like, showcase against, was it the Goku event? The fact that he guarded, like, every single turn, right up until the very final phase was, like, the first time he didn't guard. And in that phase, we have, you know, type advantage anyway. Now, the important thing is, the guard activating is not just good because guard is so good. It's just the fact that he also has that extra little bit that when guard activates, he has 60% damage reduction. That's the big, like, difference, right? And that's actually pretty good from Cell. LR Cell taking a super attack type disadvantage with the Princess Snake active. That's actually not a lot of damage, all things considered, with the type disadvantage. Pre-Easy A, he would have been absolutely destroyed by that super attack. So that is very, very good. So let's see how we're going to play this out here. Remember, we only have 2 enemies, so we only have the 50% chance to dodge. So we'll go ahead and do this. This should drop down the AGL orbs for you. And then we have no item active, but we'll see what happens here. We should be okay. Do we get the guard? No guard again. Oof. 16, what are you doing? So yeah, unfortunately, whether, you know, be that as it may, that he may be the best 16 in the game, chance to guard remains the constant RNG thorn in your side for doing some of these difficult events. Now, obviously, you know on the channel, you know, we do the no item runs. Not everybody cares about no item runs, but chance to guard, I feel like, is one of the biggest things that can screw up your runs. Like, if you don't want to use an item. Like, if you're trying to beat this stage for the first time and you just care about winning, then obviously you can be as liberal with your item usage as you want. But, like, if you're running low on items and you get a turn like this, this is ideally the rotation where you want to not use an item and then have 16 just tank everything in slot 1. So when that chance to guard, like, doesn't come in for you, it's very unfortunate. So let's go ahead and do this. Now, I don't want to get super attacked in slot 1 and just die with Cell here. Do I need to use an item again? I guess I can use a mouse item here. That is going to affect the next turn as well, but we obviously can see whether 16 guards or not. I think, to be honest, I was pretty damn impressed with him on that very first turn. As long as he gets his guard, he just takes double-digit damage from, like, basically everything. And yeah, of course, the tech enemy super attacked Cell again. So obviously, again, it goes back to the, if you just want to use items, then you're all good. But in terms of, like, trying to do a no items run on this stage, as I said previously, AGL Cell is not just like a instant win button, because if he doesn't dodge them super attacks, he's taking quite a bit of damage. But we get the heal off of the physical Cell AoE. There's a level 3 dodge as well. You love to see it. And then Jiro and 19 are going to give us a nice little bit of HP back as well, thanks to their super. So we should probably finish them off this turn. Let's see if 16 can have a strong finish here for us with the guard. So let's go for these for you, these for you, and then the tech orbs for you. Just getting us nice and ready for a Dokkan attack. Now, there we go, he actually did guard. Alright, good. So obviously we knew the tech enemy we were going to tank pretty well anyway, but Guard activating means we don't have to worry about him taking any damage, especially because we have the item active as well. And a double super. Remember, double supering for him in Super Battle Road is not just double defense raise for the turn, but it's also double attack lower. So Rildo's attack is really nerfed into the ground at this point. His normal attacks are not going to do any damage to anyone. Even if 16 and 18 don't get their guard off here. Unless he supers them. Yeah, see, they didn't guard. But double digit damage. Don't super them. Perfect. See, they're good, right? Like, I feel like they're one of the units that came out from this Golden Week celebration where people massively underestimated them when they saw what they did on paper. But I actually think they're pretty good. Like, my 16 and 18 only have one dupe. And you saw there, I know we had an item active, obviously, but after supering without guarding, their defense is actually pretty solid. Now, obviously, if we were in ESBR like this with no item active and one of those was a super attack, we would obviously be taking quite a significant chunk of damage. But I think they are actually very, very good. So, alright, so we've got to run the risk one last time here of whether or not we are going to dodge any potential supers in slot 1. But then after that, we should be all good, which means we are going to go into the final turn with 16 on rotation, which means because we ideally want to put him in slot 1, he's going to be getting the Dokkan attack. Cell's RNG with dodging these attacks in slot 1 so far in this run has been incredibly bad. This video is supposed to be a showcase of how good Android 16 can be in Super Battle Road, and it's like unfortunately also turning into a showcase of how Cell is not quite the perfect untouchable god of TURs that some people think he is when it comes to Super Battle Road. That's why, as much as I really like physical Cell's EZA, it would have been really good if he'd become like a super good slot 1 tank, because the AGL Cell definitely needs a unit like that. So I think what we want to do here is we want to attack lower Rildo just because of the physical androids in slot 2. So let's do this. We are actually unironically going to be getting the Dokkan attack with Android 16, which is kind of funny. So we'll do this, and then I guess we'll attack them with Jiro and 19 as well. So we've got a lot of support, 200k defense pre-super. We get to super attack first. So we're going to be over 250k, and there's 3 enemies. So 16 is going to guaranteed guard this turn. So hopefully the 16 and 18 in slot 2 don't let us down here. But let's go ahead and hit all of these. We've got a nice slow Dokkan mode. So he's at 2.3 million attack. Obviously not the hardest hitter. You know, we talked about this in his solo showcase. But the fact that he is on this turn with the 3 enemies, basically guaranteed to not take any damage, then I'm not too fussed if his attack stat is not the highest. So we lower your attack. He must have crit Dr. Mew, because he's taken a ton of damage. And then look at that. See, Rildo, we tank the super for double digits. Remember, we got no item active here. So that is all from his raw defense plus the 60% damage reduction from guarding. So really, really good showing from 16 here. Yeah, we definitely must have crit Mew. I know he has the lowest HP out of these 3, but that's like 2/3 of his health or more gone from that Dokkan attack from INT 16, which, again, he might be the enemy with the weakest HP, but as we were saying, like, you know, 16 is not supposed to be a hard hitter, and that was a pretty nice amount of damage. Oh, this is a good setup here as well, because we can do this, get our AoE in slot 1. Rildo is attack lowered, and he super attacked last turn, so I think we're going to be looking pretty good here to actually get the W. So I don't really care about this rotation, because we're not actually, are we going to get to see 16 again? Because the AoE might actually unironically kill. You know what, let's not use an item. If we die here, we already saw how good 16 can be. So let's see what the physical cell can actually give us here. We got support from the Tech World Tournament cell as well. So I can imagine Baby's probably out of here. Rildo not so much because we've got type disadvantage. But yeah, he took out Mew as well. So with Rildo being attack lowered, and now Cell with the type advantage and the potential for the additional super, which he didn't get. Okay. So I guess we are going to see Android 16 once more. Because I don't think World Tournament Cell is going to be able to finish him off here. Especially if he doesn't get any additional super attacks. And then gets supered. Okay, nice. 483k. Good work, World Tournament Cell. With the 200% leader skill. So, I mean, that's the greatest thing about 200% leader skills, right? Like, there's a lot of teams where if you go into Extreme Super Battle Road and you take 480k from a super, you are dead. But, yeah, fortunately, this team has 537k HP. So, we can go ahead and do this. We shouldn't have to worry about losing here now, because even though 16 might not have enough firepower to finish him off, he is going to lower his attack again. His defense is now going to be raised. So, we should be all good. Yeah, see, he didn't guard, but he takes double-digit damage because Rildo has now been attack lowered multiple times. 16 and 18 greatly raised their defense. They still don't quite finish him off. Oh, but they did guard. So, between the two of them as a rotation together, they don't do insane amounts of damage. But if they get those guards off, or at least post-super, that defense is very, very good. Like a very strong defensive rotation. So, yeah, there you go. That was in Android 16 on the Android's Extreme Super Battle Road. Pretty damn good when you factor in, we haven't really mentioned this at all in the video, but he's a free-to-play unit. So, pretty good considering that's his performance in Extreme Super Battle Road. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.